worked very hard making shoes. Every evening he cut leather for the shoes, and in the morning he sewed and stitched the leather to make the shoes. Even though he worked very hard, he had become very poor. He was so poor he only had enough money to buy leather to make just one more pair of shoes. He cut his leather in the evening, and he laid it out so he could make the shoes in the morning. Then he laid down and fell asleep. When the shoemaker woke up in the morning, he was getting ready to make the shoes, and he saw that they were already made. He was very surprised and couldn't understand it. The shoemaker looked at the shoes carefully. They were perfect. The shoes were so neatly sewn, there was no stitch out of place. Soon afterward, a customer came in. He was so happy with the shoes, he paid extra money for them. Customer. He paid so much money that the shoemaker was able to buy enough leather to make 2 more pair of shoes. The shoemaker cut out the leather that evening, laid it out so he could make the shoes in the morning. Then he laid down and fell asleep. When the shoemaker woke up in the morning, he was getting ready to make the shoes, and he saw, again, they were already made. When the customer came in, they were so happy with the shoes that they paid extra money for them. They gave the shoemaker so much money that he was able to buy enough to make 4 pairs of shoes. The next morning, when the shoemaker awoke, he found 4 beautiful pairs of shoes. This happened over and over again. Every evening, the shoemaker cut the leather, and every morning he found shoes that were already made. People came from all over the land and paid lots of money to buy the beautiful shoes. One evening, not too long before the holidays, the shoemaker said to his wife, "Let's stay up all night and see who is making these shoes for us while we're asleep." So the wife lit the candle, and they hid in the corner of the room behind some clothes which were hanging there. At midnight, 2 little elves two little raggedy people came in and sat down at the shoemaker's table and began to work. With their tiny fingers, they stitched and sewed and hammered so neatly and swiftly that the shoemaker and his wife could not believe their eyes. The little people worked until all the shoes were made. Then they ran away quickly. The next day, the wife said, "These little men have helped us. These little men have helped us and made us rich. We should show them how thankful we are." They were wearing hardly any clothes, so they must be very cold. "I will make them coats and shirts and stockings. You can make shoes for them." The shoemaker agreed. In the evening, after everything was made, they laid out the presents on the table for the little people. Then they hid themselves to see how the little people would behave. At midnight, the little people came skipping. were excited. With great speed, they put on their clothes and they sang a little song. Now we're elves that fine and neat, like cobble more for others' feet. They jumped and hopped and danced all over the room. They jumped and hopped and danced all over the room. They jumped over chairs and tables and out the door. They jumped and hopped and danced all over the room. They never came back again, but the shoemaker and his wife fared well as long as they lived, and they always had good luck in everything they did.